Alright, buddy. Part two. Let me tell you what happened, man. My stupid ass alarm just went off, right? Because I turned off my speaker thing. So just in case, because sometimes when I'm doing this thing over here, the speaker will go off and turn onto a station I didn't turn on, man. So I try to cover all the areas, right? Because the area I didn't cover, it'd be like freak stuff happens to me, dude. I'll be doing a video, all of a sudden people want to do construction work outside. I'll be doing a video, all of a sudden the cop car will be honking his horn. The cop, the police, whoop, 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 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be doing a video, it'll be like 5 or 6, something like that, and then all of a sudden somebody beeping the horn, bang, 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 bang. I get ready to do a video, somebody's dog is freaking barking, man. Every time I turn around. And this video got cut in half, man. I didn't want this thing to be cut in half. Let me see something real quick. Whoa. This is like, dude, I gotta tell you the truth. This is like a different dimension over here. I don't know how this was gonna turn out too much. I never actually saw myself recording and step off and record it here. We're both gonna get a mystery on here. So anyway, this is what the deal is, my friend. You work out with the haters, man. Let me put with the haters here. How much time I got? Beautiful, beautiful. I know exactly what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna save this environment and I'm gonna use it as a template. Use it over and over a couple times after I get through this video right here, man. God bless America, buddy. I was in the army, man. Let me tell you, even in the army, it was racist, buddy. Even in the army, buddy. Wherever you go, buddy. I was in the army, racism, right? I was in the I went to NA meetings, racism. I went to food pantries where everybody needs food, racism. You know what I'm saying? I had racism between all kind of nationalities, man. When you're a CNA, you work on a job, it's a multicultural thing, man. You got people from Jamaica, Africa, Philippines, Trinidad, all over the place, man. And you can see the best and worst in everybody. The management in my area was white. I saw the corruptedness in the management, the white people. The Philippines, I saw the corruptedness in the Philippines, man. They talk together in their own language about you, man. That's why you gotta be careful. When people talk a different language from you, and then they're around you, that's disrespect, man. If you sit and me and you are talking, and you talk a different language, and we're talking English right now, because you don't understand English, then all of a sudden somebody else comes up and they talk your language. And then while I'm right there, you talking your language, and I'm just standing like an idiot, that's disrespectful, buddy. People are so disrespectful to you, man. You know a big thing I think a lot of people don't get hurt over? It's the stores, man. When you go to the store, and you're at the counter, right? I don't know about other areas, but I can tell you about my area right here in the bar. I don't even know if it's like that different, but I don't give a damn if you're at the counter getting ready to pay for something. Somebody got to come in there and slip something right behind you on the counter. Forget about the COVID-19. They're not wearing a mask. You got to stay 6 feet. They got to put this shit right on the counter and try to get their thing, get out of the store before you got out of the store. And you went in the store first. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn, man. And you got to say, no. Then you got to interact with them. You got to say, dude, I was here, man. Now we got interaction. That didn't have to happen. Well, A, B, and C. Well, da. But why'd that have to happen, man? I kind of blame it a little bit on that person and the store guy. Because if the store guy sees me over there, they used to say, let me take care of this customer first. All right? But you can't even trust the store guy too much because he might get his ass kicked too. Because when you work in the store, you can't be too aggressive if you work behind that counter because the customer comes and goes, right? But you're there every single day. They could be walking out the store the next day and say, yo, you see that punk over there? See that guy? That's that guy that was A, B, and C. Throw something at it, hit him with something like that, man. And then now all of a sudden you guys got problems. And you want to work every day, man. It's a hell of a thing, my friend, to have to go to work, right? And every time you go to work, you worry about an actual thing like you went to school. Is somebody going to fight me? Am I going to have an argument? Am I going to lose my job? Do they like me? You know what I'm saying? You just want to go to work and get your money and get the hell out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can make a friend, good. But if not, don't even worry about it, man. Because the bottom line goes like this. If you get fired from that job, I don't think they're going to still be your friend like that. You don't have nothing in common, eh? You know what I'm saying? You get fired looking for a job unless they're really your friend and talking about, yeah, I know where they're hiring at and stuff like that. And let me see if I can help you get your job back. And if you need me to help you until you get back on your feet or something like that, I don't mind doing that. But overall, buddy, people don't give a damn about you. When you get fired, you'll be the gossip. You'll be the next news on the job, man. You're like, oh, did you hear A, B, and C was fired? And then in their heart, they're like, I'm so glad I have my job. I'm blaming that person. You know, it's like that Jim Crow. No matter what happens, I still got my job. They don't have their job. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me tell you, buddy. It's a hell of a thing to have to go to work, man. Have pressure on you every damn day. I had this job, man. Dude. I had this job where I was doing, what's this thing? What do you call it thing? Coding. That's the worst damn job I ever had, man. Besides the CNA job that was helping people, but it's still too much stress. The coding, man. If you got like 8 numbers, right? You got to put all 8 or 9 numbers exactly the way you're supposed to put it in the computer. You got to rack it up like that. Some people are really experts in that, man. They like they can get on the number calculator like that, right? Me, I'm not like that, man. So, and then you have to do thousands a day, man. You gotta do thousands a day. And if you mess up one number on coding, right? When the doctor gets the thing and the insurance company gets the bill, if you put one number, it's not the right hand. It becomes the right hand left finger. So they rejected that. They rejected the insurance thing because that's not what that bill. So then it comes back to you, man. And you don't want to have a job where you have so much liability that can happen every single day, man. The less stuff you have happen, the better, man. If they give you a job and you can work in a cubicle and the cubicle is closed up, they give you some paperwork, there's data entry, handle. Look to the heavens and thank God, man. You know what I'm saying? That you're not a surgeon. Because a surgeon, just because you're going to surgery and have a surgery yourself, man, doesn't mean that the patient is not worried too. You know what I'm saying? The patient's not worried and the doctor's not worried. You're a patient. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a surgery. They give me A, B, and C, and then they're gonna do this and that. You better hope the doctor's good, man. You better hope that you got a good doctor. Right? It's like sometimes people will be looking at the problem before you look at how you get to that thing. Like let's say, for instance, somebody's supposed to take a trip all the way to another to see their family, right? That they can't get along with. They're, oh man, I gotta go down there and see my family, and then they're gonna start talking like this, and this is gonna happen, and you know we don't get along, but we try to act. Let's hope that airplane guy, buddy, can get your ass there safely. The hell with over there. Let's hope the airplane guy, because if the airplane guy can get you there safely, by the time you get there, you might not have too much to argue about, because you're not gonna go, you gotta go back home too with the same airplane guy. And the worst thing you can say is, you know what? I hated coming over here. I never wanted to come over here anyway. Oh shit! Let me get the hell out of here. Let's go, sweetheart. Let's go. And the damn airplane crashed, and then you live, and you crippled. Then the person comes to the hospital and says, I told you, you know, that you should have had A, B, and C because people like to gloat over you once you lose that stuff, man. You know, so once you make a fall, that's when people come over there and say, it's like Job. That's when he says, well, you know what? If you would have did this, if you would have did that. But let me ask you this question, man. With Job, all those people that came to Job after he lost everything, did you hear one of them, just one come when he was doing good, to compliment him, to compliment, yo, Joe, I just want you to know you're doing good, man. You know, I wish I could be doing like you. No, you don't hear none of that. Only thing that you hear, my friend, is, well, if you would have did this, if he was more righteous, if he would have did something like this, maybe we should have did that. You know, people, man, people. You know that this goes to show you, man? It just goes to show you, there's always been haters, man. I mean, look at the Moses situation. God had Moses do all of those miracles in front of Pharaoh, turn the blood into water. Thank God I got my speaker off, man, because I know the devil's trying to find a way to make some noise. Right? So it was like, turn the blood into water, kill the firstborn, all the locusts and stuff like that, the insects, all the frogs. I mean, they knew that when Moses said it was going to happen, it was going to happen. When he said it was going to stop, it was going to stop. Everybody saw it. The Pharaoh saw it. The Pharaoh people saw it. And the people that had to get that were slaves, they saw it. Okay, boom. Everybody, God, when you gonna help us? When you gonna help us? When you gonna help us? Okay, Moses came to help. Bam. Now everybody's leaving. They're leaving. Let me tell you how they left, man. Never really read the Bible. When they left, the Egyptian people was giving them, giving the Jews extra money and gold and stuff like that to take with them. That's good luck. You know what I'm saying? So boom, God hardens the Pharaoh's heart. You know, that's a deep thing right there. He hardened his heart. Why? Because he wanted to show the people. First of all, nobody can match God. You know what I'm saying? So God has to give the evil people more power just so he can show his power. Right? So they're leaving out of there. Boom. On one side is all the Egyptian, the best of the best warriors and soldiers. The other side is just the Red Sea. Right? This is like if it was a TV thing that said stay tuned for the next episode where you're gonna see A, B, and C, how the heck they're gonna get out of this situation. The only way they could get out of that situation is if all those Egyptian people came over and said, we just want to wish you a happy day and hope you do well where you're going, which wasn't gonna happen. The other alternative is to crack open that Red Sea and to let the people walk through it. God had Moses open the Red Sea and walk through. That's not the first time the water's been opened up, because between Elijah and Elia, they did something like that too. Right? Crack open. You know how big that is? When you walk in, you're going to see this big, gigantic wall of water that you're walking through the sea that hasn't even been done yet. Right? Because Elijah and Elia hadn't even came up until that time. So it hasn't even been done yet. And you're walking through the sea. Bam. Right there. Miracle upon miracle upon miracle upon miracle upon miracle. Okay? So boom, you get over to the Red Sea. Instead of you getting on your hands and knees and saying, God, thank you so much. I just want to thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One minute I was worried about death. Next minute I got a new opportunity. I'm with all my people. We have food. We have stuff that we can live. We have you, God. The same God that helped us be with you right now. No, Moses goes up into the mountain to talk to God. They want to take stupid ass, man. They want to take the gold that was a gift that God had the Egyptians give to them so that they can start a new world. So with that gold, they can take that gold any other place, right, and buy stuff and purchase stuff. You know, so another country could people want gold. Gold is popular. It's not like money. The money is different currency, right? So what happens? They want to make a golden image. Dude, didn't you see what God just did to the Egyptians? Don't you know the power of God? Don't you fear God? And then they want to come to Moses later on. But Moses took care of that, man. Right? It was a part. Said, those who are on my side, stand here. And those who are not on my side, stand here. And would you believe there was a group of people that wasn't on his side after all he did, my friend? Haters. That's why you can't get mad when you see haters in your life. Because look at the miracles that the prophets have done, and they still didn't get any respect. You understand what I'm saying? So boom, the hole opens with those that didn't want to stand when they went straight down the hell just where they belong. And they're still there right now. Right now. Thinking what? Thinking what? What can go to your mind? You stupid ass. What were you thinking, man? What was you thinking? Didn't you see what God can do? Didn't you see it? You saw what your own eyes. You walked through the Red Sea. Each and every single one of you guys walked through the Red Sea. Even if you had amnesia, but you couldn't have amnesia because that was a walk over there to get over here. That miracle alone, the Red Sea, that's what God would do for you to save you. And this is what you do. You return back to him. Yes, you belong straight down the hell. There's no question about it, my friend. There's haters all over the place. Look at Jesus. Jesus, who had no sin at all. No sin. You know, when they say that to me, I wish I could have been hanging out with Jesus, because every day I got to fight temptation, man. I want to see what he did so that he could avoid those situations, man. You know what I'm saying? No sin. Healed people. Blind people. Blind from birth, my friend. Crippled from birth, my friend. Bring back the dead people, my friend. Fed 3,000 and then fed 5,000 people, my friend. What did he get? The most brutal beating and crucified. It was homicide, buddy. In any other case, it would have been called homicide. Right? Why? Why? Because the Sadducees and the Pharisees were jealous of him, man. You know what's incredible? Even the people that weren't Jewish had a little bit of sympathy. King Herod and Pilate. right? Herod said, send back to Pilate. Pilate said, well, let me see what the people want to do. But nobody wanted to do it. But his own people, buddy, his own people. He came, God, God, look, God up in heaven, God came down to this earth, my friend, to walk around us so he can touch us and talk to us. So if you got a problem, right, you can talk to Jesus personally. You didn't have to look up to the sky and say, God, if you're up there. He was right there in front of your face, walked and talked with you for 33 years. People all over the planet. But let me just tell you this, man. When he was first born, kings, kings, this is what's a little bit incredible about it. Kings came because they heard the star. But they didn't come back, man. They should have been hanging out with them continuously, man. Those same kings that were there, they should have passed the word down to all the people in their kingdom that a Savior was going to be born. And how come they didn't come? Right? But that's a whole different story altogether, man. I'm just going to show you that there's haters, man. I don't care if you're God. I don't care if you're Moses. I don't care what you do. And you know what God, Jesus said? He said, they hated him first. So they're definitely going to hate you. That's why you have to be in the world, but not of the world, my friend. You know what I'm saying? You can't be of the world, man. Because this is a hating world, my friend. And you know what people do too? They don't watch what they put on television, man. That's why I don't watch TV too much. I do YouTube. Because if I say I want to watch this, I want to watch this, I want to watch this. This is what I need for my diet, for myself, to keep me strong spiritually, to keep me strong mentally, physically, to keep me on track. If I got goals, I need to be reminded of goals. I can't be watching the news and stuff like that. I hate to hear what's happening about Ukraine and the crime rate and stuff like that, and the COVID-19. Even Dr. Fauci now has COVID-19. And what does that say? I didn't get the shot, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bragging or anything like that, but I didn't feel the need to really get the shot, man. I was having controversies back and forth and stuff like that, and there wasn't no really need for me to really get it. And some people do have side effects, but let me just tell you this. If Dr. Fauci, the number one leading scientist on this area right here, has gotten his shots and the booster shots, right? And he still got it. What does that tell you, man? And in my neighborhood, nobody's wearing masks anymore. What does that tell you? That means that all those booster shots didn't work, man. I gotta keep it real. It didn't work. It didn't work. He got it. It didn't work, man. That's a testimony. Now, who can get you out of it? Dr. Fauci? No, my friend. Who can get you out of this situation? When you got cancer, you're crippled, whatever. Let me just tell you this, man. Doctors don't have all the right information. I don't know why I was always feel so low walking around, man. Doctors don't have all the answers, man. Some doctors cheated. Let's keep it real. Just like people cheat on the test, some doctors cheat on the test. Some doctors care about their profession. Some doctors just there to do A, B, and C, and that's it, man. I can get more information from the doctors, which I have to help me in my situation, by YouTubing and Googling it, man. Why? Because when the doctor's doing it, they're not really into it. They're just going to read whatever the hell book that the teacher tell them to read, the professor tell them to read, just to pass the test and hope to pass the test, right? So they're so stressed out on passing that test, they're not enjoying the whole journey of learning about the human body, because there's a time factor. You got to finish this test by this time, to pass this by this time, to pass this so you can graduate, right? Me, I got all the time in the world. So if you pick a topic for me to study, I can study it, man. I studied topics on situations that I asked doctors about help with, and then they have no answers. And when I Googled it, I found they had medications, stuff like that, right in Rite Aid that I can get. It's not even behind the counter. You know what I'm saying? It's over-the-counter stuff that they couldn't even lift up and do stuff like that, man. A doctor's just a person, man, just like you, doing a job just like everybody else, man. You got good people in it, and you got bad people in it. But since the world is full of bad people, in most of the job areas, you got bad people. They don't give a damn about stuff anymore. What you gonna do now? Now you gonna make weed legal? Right? So people don't give a damn about stuff. You give more, not a damn about stuff. Let me tell you the funny thing about weed, my friend. Weed will take you away from your environment, right? Because it'll give you phobia. You feel like you're someplace else and you got superpowers, man. But there's a distraction on that thing, man, that you don't see. That while you got the tunnel vision over here, there's a whole lot of things going on all over the place, man. And you're not able to pick up everything at one time because you're doing high like that, man. Getting high. But let me just tell you something. Can I tell you this? If you have a headache, somebody says take an Anderson or an Advil or something like that, and you take an Advil or Anderson, and it helps you. Somebody says you got high blood pressure, you need to take this medication. I got low high blood pressure, and I gotta take this little tiny pill every day, like that. Or somebody said you need to go to sleep or something like that. You take a pill and go to sleep, right? It's one little pill, right? Boom. All these little tiny pills are doing what they're supposed to do. So if you smoking weed every day, you drinking every day, you think that's gonna help. But meanwhile, everything else you taking in, what's gonna have an effect? Everything has an effect that you put in your body, my friend. Everything. That's why people don't eat pork, whatever. But you know, but a silly thing. I eat pork or religious, whatever. You smoking weed, you doing everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? Hypocrites. Hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? I know people say, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I smoke weed. I don't smoke weed anymore. I smoke cigarettes. I don't do that kind of drug, but I do this kind of drug. My God, dude, it's not easy living on this planet, my friend. I'm just trying to break them ranks over here. I'm gonna have to analyze this video myself when I get this. Yeah. So it's so many things, man. There's so many things over here in this planet that you gotta look out for, man. But definitely look out for hating. Let me just tell you this, my friend. If you got a bad feeling about somebody, don't think it's a coincidence. Consider it a bad feeling because don't wait for somebody's intentions to be right. If they got you the first time, go ahead. Got me the first time, I can't do nothing about that. Not getting the second time, man. Right? Don't spend your time trying to please somebody. It don't matter what the hell you do, you're not gonna be happy anyway. You know what I always said, man? If you have a chick, I hate to say chick, but that's what I want to say. That's how I say it. If you have a chick or you know you're interested in, and you give a whole bouquet of flowers, she's something's not healthy, and you got one female that you know, and you give her one flower, and she's happy with one flower, acting like it's a bouquet, that's the one you need, man. Once people start looking past the physical appearances, and you start getting into a mental thing, you're not going to be able to keep a relationship a little bit longer, man. Because maybe the person with the physical don't look too good or whatever, they might appreciate you more than the other person. Right? They're not used to getting things all the time. The other person that looks really good, that's why I never really wanted to have a superstar, but I used to have them like that before. When you have a superstar and you're around a world full of haters, man, they're trying to make moves on it. You got a person who won't say nothing to a little girl, right? They'll say stuff behind the scenes. Wow, she looks nice, like A, B, and C, right? As soon as you start kicking it to the girl, now they feel comfortable to kick it to the girl. Oh, you talking to that idiot? Talking to him? Look, man, you got people like that. Don't hang around them. I can't tell you. I can't stress enough. Do not hang around negative people, man. Go to a launch pad. Look at that. I just read it and said go to the launch pad. So I pull up the launch pad. So if you're looking down here, I was wondering while I was talking to you, I was wondering how I was gonna get over there. So what else I can tell you, man? You know, check it out. You have to invest a certain amount of time in your own dreams in order for it to happen. You gotta give it quality time, bro. It's like you have to give quality time to passing college and passing high school. You got that. How the heck because you don't study, right? You gotta study, dude. Beautiful. It's incredible, right? I like to come on and read this stuff like that. Let me tell you why I did this, man. I experimented. You know, I live down there. I experimented. I said, yo, can I go down here? Once I went down here, there was a rat, man. I said, look at all this area. Look what I can do over here. I can really do some stuff over here. So, that's what I'm tell you, man. So I'm gonna tell you. Like, the people that are watching my videos, stuff like that, and if you watch it and you like it, hit the like button. Oh, let me just tell you this, man. So check this out. It's gonna be a little bit personal. I'm gonna tell you, man. I had family members that would come up to New York. They live in certain other places, right? They come to New York and they go, yeah, I'm here, man. Right. So what you're supposed to do is, when they're here, you're supposed to make time for them, right? But this is what Facebook and YouTube did for me, man. If you know them on Facebook and you know them on YouTube and you haven't put one like or made one comment or subscribe to me, you telling me something, man. You know what I'm saying? Because all you have to do is lift a finger to say, yeah, that's my cousin or my brother or whatever, you know, my family member. Yeah, I'm gonna support. If you can't do that, You're telling me something about you. And when you're telling me something about you, well, I'm gonna respond, man. I'm not slow anymore. I'm like, yo, this person right here, they don't know my side. They want me to run and jump and do everything for them right now because they're here. But you can't even subscribe, make a comment, or anything like that. You know, you can't say you're doing a good job, but you want me to do what? No, I'm sorry, man. I don't move like that. I don't know like that. If you're not on my side, I got other place to go now. I'm not wasting my time spending with you so you can drag off my negative energy. Make me feel negative. Make me feel bad. Right? You're not making me feel good. If you can't make me feel good when we're not around, what you gonna do when we come around? You gonna come around so I can look at you and see how good you're doing? Right? That's what you want? No, brother. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Don't think keeping it real. 100%. Be in the closet, man. Alright, what else I gotta tell you, man? Fakes, man. Just because somebody say, oh, let me tell you another fake thing that used to do on my job, man. Fake thing, look out for this, man. You think people not talking about you? Of course, everybody got something to say about everybody, man. That's the way the world is built. The devil is incorporating everybody. They say he's not omnipresent, present. He's not like God every place. But let me tell you this, man. Wherever God is not, you can be sure the devil is, buddy. You can be sure that he's there. He's not omnipresent. Right? People said that, right? But I don't know, man. Between having demons and devils and witches and warlocks and all kind of evil people all over the damn place, he got eyes all over the place, man. You can't even walk down the street, right, without somebody trying to cross you, man. If I'm walking down the street like this, and you walking down the street like this, why the hell? We got enough space. You don't know if you're going to the left or right. They're trying to keep me confused and off balance, man. That's what they do. It's little tiny things people do to keep you off balance. It's not really them not doing it. Sometimes it's them, but it's the spirit behind them to keep you off balance, not sure. So every time you walking and you're not sure, I go just like this. Bam, I'll stop. Do what the hell you gotta do. Walk where you gotta go. Alright, and I'm walking where I gotta go. What's going on over here? Come on, buddy. Little glitches. Let me see if I can get out of this glitch. It's a little glitch, man. Remember I told you? Check this out. I'm gonna hit this. And boom. A little glitch is funny. Alright, because my stuff is getting deep. Alright, let me see if I can get at it like this. None of the controls work now, except for get out of here. See what I'm saying, brother? As I'm telling you the truth, see how the force is going? And I just want you to see this, right? So you can see with your own eyes. Because I'm still going to keep talking any damn way, just to let you know, right? Remember when I told you that the forces keep trying to come, trying to distract you? This is how they do it, my friend. They like that. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try one thing. Oh, look at that, man. They want me to stop the whole entire thing altogether. I just want you to see, but I can't even get to my, what do you call it thing? My pad. So I can stop this, or stop that, or stop this. The only thing I can do is stop the whole entire video. Which I don't mind doing because I'm going to start again. You can't keep my mouth closed. But just to show you, man, for the record, my friend, take a look. See? Glitch. 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 Why? Because I'm saying something positive. Why? Because just like I told you, the forces are around. You can see it actually that the forces are really around. Now, I'm coming back here again, though. Because it's a recording. Alright, guys. I'll speak to you a little bit. But just remember, like I said, man. Just like you can see right in front of your face right now, there's a glitch. I can't move anyway. You can't see my hand. You can't see my body. You can't see nothing. Why? Why is that? Why is that? Ask yourself that. Why am I talking about the negative forces and how to avoid the negative forces and all the distractions and watch the small details and all the haters, and then all of a sudden while I'm doing it, something like this happens. Ask yourself that. I already know the answer, but you need to know it. I'll speak to you a little bit later, buddy. Let me try again. See? It'll make a difference. I gotta actually get out of this thing. Yes.